Hey guys, welcome to your YouTube channel where we talk all about the GATE exam and we are studying DBMS. This video is all about learning that how to handle the null values in SQL. So you are given a question right here. I would like you to solve this first of all. So just pause the video, get your pen and paper and get the answer. Here is a question, this is a query, this is the given database and this is the option. So mark your answer, that what do you get as the answer. And if you're done with that, then come back. Question says the number of rows returned by SQL query, which is given here, on the given employee table is. So this is your employee table. This is a respective query which you have to run on this table, and after running this, how many number of rows will be returned. Okay, that's what you have to answer, 0, 1, 2 or 3 or whatever number you can find out. Right, so let me look at the query. What the query says actually, the query is select star from employee where employee number not in, and there is a subquery which says select manager from employee. So this is the subquery part, the independent subquery basically. So first of all, whenever we have to execute or run the query, we look for the subquery and that runs first if it is independent. Okay, so select manager from employee, that is nothing but then you just have to select the values of the manager column from the table. What does it result? It results into 2, 3, 4 and null. Right? Exactly. Right. Okay, these 4 values are present for manager and all those 4 values will be fetched in a set and will be provided right here. So basically now you can imagine that this place have been replaced by these 4 values. Okay, so here we have this particular set. So I can say that yes, after this not in, I have a set which contains these 4 values. Now comes the part of executing the main query. The main query is asking you to select star. That means you are going to select the entire tuple, all the attributes. From where? From the employee table. Where? So for the table employee, each tuple will be checked on this condition. The condition is given in the where clause. What the condition is? The condition says that the employee number should not be in. Employee number not in by the given set of values here, which I will try to read it out again for you, that the employee number value should not be equal to any of the value coming from this particular query. What are the values coming from this query? 2, 3, 4, null. And that you have to check for each tuple. So each tuple of your table will be encountered here, and for each value of employee number, you will check whether this is equal to any of the value here or not. So let's take the very first row of the table and the employee number value is 1. So what does this mean? That 1 not in, that means 1 should not belong to this particular set. That means 1 should not be equal to 2 and 1 should not be equal to 3 and 1 should not be equal to 4 and 1 should not be equal to none. I hope you understood that I emphasized on and, that is the logical and I'm talking about. So if I just have to write it down for you as a statement, how would I write? That 1 should not be equal to 2 and 1 should not be equal to 3 and 1 should not be equal to 4 and 1 should not be equal to null. This is exactly this line would mean. This is exactly what is going to run in order to evaluate this where clause condition for this particular tuple. So the value 1 is not equal to 2. True? True. And 1 is not equal to 3. True. Right? It is not. And 1 is not equal to 4. True. True. And 1 is not equal to null. True or not? This is exactly where the entire logic runs, right? This is going to result not in true, not in false, but it is going to result in unknown. It is going to result in unknown. Any comparison with a null value always results into unknown. Okay? And You all understand, I hope you all understand that the logical AND for a given expression or the statement, if all the conditions, sub-conditions are resulting into true, then only it is going to give out as a true. If any of the value is not true or false or unknown, then it is not going to result into true. So this complete statement from here, true, 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 but unknown, what does it become? I hope you understand this. True. What does it become? It actually becomes unknown. Okay. So, I mean, for that you need to understand that true and unknown is equal to nothing but then unknown. Okay. And once for that particular tuple, if this where clause results into unknown, that simply means that that particular tuple will not be selected in your final output. That will not be selected in your final output. Okay. So for everyone who were expecting that you will see this tuple in your output, I think I have explained you right here how it is not going to be present in your output. You will not see 1 because 1 is not equal to null, and if we do check this condition, it results into unknown, and so the entire statement becomes unknown, and so this tuple will be rejected, will not be selected in your output. Alright? Alright. So now you must be thinking, let's move forward for the next tuple. 2. 2 is very much present in this set. Okay? The condition is, now let's take 2 should not belong to 2, 3, 4 null. Now many of you will say, ma'am, 2 is not equal to 2. This will result into false. Correct? Correct. It will result into false. And I hope once it will result into false, because this is an AND clause, you need not to go further. Very first condition, the sub condition gave you false. So entire statement becomes false. And I hope you remember very much, and if you don't, please go on the truth table of the logical AND, which says if it is false at the very first, no matter what you have at the end, whatever it is, if it is true or if it is false, it is ultimately going to be result into false. That's it. If the first condition has given false, it's false. So with that logic, I hope you understand that 2 is a part of the set, 3 is also part of the set, and 4 is also part of the set. These three tuples are anyway not going to get selected because the employee number 2 belongs to this, employee number 3 belongs to this, employee number 4 belongs to this. Whatever was the expected value, that majority of the student, I believe, must have given wrong answer, as that 1 was selected. Why it is not selected, I have explained. How does the not in behaves with null? Okay, basically, first of all, you got to know that what the not in is. Okay, how does it get evaluated? It gets expanded like this. Okay, this is the meaning of not in. Check for each check for the value of the attribute for each of the value coming from the set, and with the end clause. Okay, mind it, this is very important. So you have understood why this is not selected. You also understood this, all the 3 tuples are not selected because these values are present in the set. Now none of the tuple is selected. When the none of the tuple is selected, what does it result into? It results into nothing, empty table, 0 row. So what is the answer? Right here, answer is option A. 0 row will be selected. The number of rows returned by SQL query is 0. As simple as that. Don't go anywhere, come back again, because I'm going to explain in the next video what happens when in is present there. See you very soon. Till then, bye-bye.